Hello, everyone. This is Kim Jacobs. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I'm trying something a little new tonight. I wanted to make sure that I talk to you from two different formats. I'm on YouTube Live and I'm also on Facebook Live. So we are going to be talking about some things that kind of get you going when it comes to life and this whole thing, as far as like how curveballs work. Let's talk about that for a little bit tonight. So encourage people to come on in, and you can definitely chime in, put your comments, any thoughts that you may have about what we're talking about this evening. Please make sure that you put your comments down there, and definitely show the love and all that good stuff. Put some likes and subscribes. I think my son Jeremiah told me to always make sure I say hit that sub button. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that sub button, and make sure that you share it with all of your friends as well. Same with you guys that are watching on Facebook. Make sure that you put those hearts and the love and the likes and everything. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you go to the Kim Jacobs Show, which is on YouTube. I'm actually live on YouTube right now as well. So definitely encourage people to go to the Kim Jacobs Show and subscribe right away and turn on your notifications. We have some great shows lined up for you, quite a few guests that are lined up that are just really some phenomenal stories. And so tonight, when I talk to you about curveballs, this thing called life can be pretty interesting, is what I'll say. The least I can say is that when I was trying to research about curveballs, I'm sure one of the people that kind of stood out to me was Satchel Paige, and from the Cleveland Indians back in the day. And Satchel Paige was known for not having like an illegal kind of throw with a curveball or anything, or he did a great job of pitching, but then he also didn't have a legal throw either. He was like just so good and so gifted and so talented that the people that were writing about him were like, we gotta keep our eye, because he's like super good. So I was impressed with what I was reading about Satchel Paige and many others as well. Some of the people that I had looked up was Mickey Lolick, Bert Blylevin, Nolan, what's his name? Nolan Ryan, Barry Zito. It's some pretty phenomenal guys that are out there playing this thing called Major League Baseball. But when you think about curveballs, what do you think about? Anybody want to comment or chime in and tell me, what do you think about when you think about a curveball? Put one of your thoughts. Anybody? Just put something down when you think about a curveball and how that looks, because I was trying to just investigate and research, what does a curveball even look like, as far as trying to describe it. And so as I did the research, it's a ball that moves down, and for right-handed people it kind of moves down and to the left real quickly for a person that's actually right-handed. It's also known as like a ball that suddenly drops sharply, and the batter either ends up swinging above or below, because they just can't kind of get their visual on where this ball is coming from, what is happening. They're like, oh my gosh, this thing is coming in, and they just can't get a hold of what's going on with them from this curveball perspective. So according to, what is his name, Arthur Shapiro of the American University, and he's Zohong Lin Lin of the University of Southern California. He says that it's very strategic when a person is trying to get their periphery and their eyes kind of fixed on this curveball. And because of what's happening is happening so quickly, they're like, oh my gosh, I just can't focus enough to even understand what's coming at me. So as the batter is standing at the plate, the ball just automatically doesn't get hit, because they're like, you got to be kidding me. This joker tricked me again, and I couldn't hit the ball quick enough. And so that's what happens sometimes in this thing called life. We get thrown different kinds of curveballs. And just when we think the ball is coming straight across the plate, I've played softball, and when I was younger, with actually our church league too, we played. And I almost pulled a hamstring, if I totally be. I said, I got this. I got this. I was like, yes. I was all motivated. 5 kids. At the time, I think I even had maybe 3 or 4 kids at the time. And I was like, oh, phew. I hit the ball with the church league, and I was like running as fast as I could. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I pulled a hamstring. You have to kind of be prepared to be playing some kind of sport if you haven't stretched properly and things like that. So uh, I always look forward to the ball coming straight across the plate so that I can knock it out the park. But that's not how life always works. It doesn't always work out where the ball comes smoothly across the plate. Sometimes it takes wacky turns and twists and turns that maybe you're not expecting. And so such is life. Everything looks like it's going smoothly, and all of a sudden somebody throws a curveball or something throws a curveball. When you're planning for your goals and your dreams to become a reality, and it's you have a set structure of what it's going to look like, you have everything planned out and mapped out, but then all of a sudden some curveballs happen, and curveballs come in so many different forms. So when you think of curveballs, you could think of it from the perspective of just losing a job, maybe a curveball. You're like, oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. Or losing a house, or it could be losing a car, or losing a family member, or losing a friendship. It's so many different types of curveballs that get thrown your way. And in life, we're just not always expecting those curveballs that come. All of a sudden, they look straight, and then whoop, they drop down quickly, and you're like, wait, where did that ball go? I thought I had my eyes on the ball, but the ball done disappeared on me, and now I've not been able to hit the ball. So losing your health could be another thing that could be just a curveball. So when you are trying to really pursue your goals and your dreams, and you think that you're right on the straight and narrow and everything's going as so-called planned, and then a curveball gets thrown, what can you do? And so tonight, as I talk to you guys, I want you to take notes on some of the things that I say that I know can help you get through the curveballs that get thrown in our lives. And all of us, whether it's now or in the future or in the past or whatever, we all will experience some level of a curveball being thrown across the plate in our lives. And when that happens, you want to, oh, that's a bug. And when it happens, you want to be able to know how to officially hit the ball still, even though it may have dropped quickly and threw things off a little bit, but how can you still hit that ball? So as I talk to you today, I want you to take some notes, and you can just put it in the comments section so that other people that come back and watch this video will be able to benefit from seeing the notes right there. The number one thing, number one is always pray, 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 pray. Make sure that you seek God and ask him for direction, and say, God, this is throwing me off a little bit here. It wasn't what I was thinking was even in your plan, but for whatever the reason is happening. So make sure that you pray. And I wouldn't even put that as a 1 or a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I put that as 0. That's got to be the biggest thing that you do. And so make sure that you pray and seek God when any kind of curveballs are being thrown your way. So the next thing you want to do is get help. Get the help that you need, because there are so many people that are mentors and people that know just more than you or me. And so we all have people in our circles that we already know, they just simply know more than we do at the level of understanding that we have. So if you know that life is kind of throwing you a curveball and you're trying to hit it, but your vision is all off and you're like, oh my gosh, where did the ball go? And I'm about to, get struck out here. Then seek the help that you need from someone that may be a good mentor for you, a good friend, someone that you know has your best interest at heart, has never tried to harm you in any way, shape, or form. So write that down or type that down. Write it for your own private notes. Put it in your cell phone where you do like the quick memos and stuff. Get help. Getting help is more than appropriate. When you're feeling stuck in a situation, the natural thing to do is sometimes to retreat or to kind of be secluded away. But I encourage you to get whatever help is needed in the situation while you're dealing with the curveball that you may have experienced. As you're pursuing your goals and your dreams, and you realize that my dream is not coming together like I thought it would, get help. Ask for other mentors and people that you respect in the field that you officially are seeking to thrive in. Go ahead and actually seek help and say, I am looking to be a student of yours in this particular industry. industry. And I promise you that you will feel very good that you reached out to get the help that you needed. Most of the time, especially if it's going to be somebody that is like a spiritual advisor, or somebody that's a mentor in the field, somebody that you can look right on the internet and see that they're one of the top people in that particular industry. And now they've been agreed to take you on as one of their mentees, is something that is to be commended. You don't want to take those opportunities and just throw them away. You want to take advantage of those opportunities and be grateful that you have someone that's willing to help you. Is there anybody that you can think of right now as that comes to your mind? Whether it be, I see people on here that are in the singing. Some people are singing professionally. Some people are psychologists and family therapists. I see people that are on here that work with, I see one of you on here that works in the healthcare field, where you actually help to get businesses set up on their feet that are in the dental field or in the medical field, and you help them from A to Z to start everything that they need to know how to work their practice better. So it's a lot of people that are on this tonight that are just extremely talented and gifted in your own right already. So you may already feel like, wow, I bring a lot to the table already. But I can guarantee you, if you get help from someone that you feel you look up to in that particular field, by simply just calling or asking them for the help, you'll be so glad that you did. The next thing I recommend that you do is think positively. Think as positively as you can as you are being dealt or thrown these curveballs. Make sure that you be, realistic. I don't recommend that people aren't realistic and saying that this is really what's happening in my life and this is why my dreams aren't coming together the way I thought they would. You should be realistic. But at the end of the day, your business, your dreams, your goals, when it's being thrown a curveball, it's much better and easier for you to be able to deal with it if you have the mindset that I can deal with it, I can make it, I can push past this obstacle that I'm dealing with. And at the end of the day, I'm in control of the positivity that I exude from me into the universe, into the world. So actually embrace positivity and decide that I don't care what curveball comes my way. It's not going to steal my joy. It's not stealing Kim Jacobs' joy. So I hope that you can put your own name in that blank and say, who's on here? Fonda Daniels. Throw me any curveball, but guess what? God's got my back, and I'm not going to let it steal my joy. I'm going to keep a positive image about myself. I'm going to keep a positive outlook, because right now, sometimes when we're just looking at the bleak facts, it does look like, oh my gosh, this is kind of dismal. This is gloomy. This doesn't look right. But at the end of the day, if you can have just that positivity down on the inside of you to say, I got this, God's got me, and everything's going to be okay. And eventually, guess what? You're going to start to see things open up in a positive way for you, because you did not lose hope. You didn't lose faith. You didn't get so discouraged that you just decided to throw the bat down and walk off the field. Don't do that. Don't throw the bat down and just walk off the field, because God has something special for you. And so you want to stick around and see what the end's going to be. Another thing is just having that open-mindedness and that creativity. When you're dealing with having making the decision to be positive, then you'll start to see more creativity kind of flowing from you, because you're like, I've decided that I'm going to be positive as I pursue my dreams and my goals. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to get discouraged. And so as a result of that, you'll start to see more positive energy and things coming back towards you. It's almost like the law of attraction. If you believe that, I'm putting this aura and this energy out into the universe, then guess what? That's what's going to also come back to you. Is God's going to make it where you receive some of those things that you've planted over the years, that you've sown. You're going to be able to reap a wonderful harvest as time goes on. So just be patient and be positive, and realize that everything may not look like it's going to be perfect at that one moment, but joy does come in the morning. So just keep that in mind, that joy will come, and the positivity won't be something that you're just doing as like a mask, but it's something that will be really sincerely who you are, and it's going to flow from your pores. So number one, I talked about making sure you pray, making sure that you get help. Anybody typing any of this, make sure that you get help. from others that are mentors and leaders in that field, and making sure that you remain positive as you can. And when you can't remain positive yourself, ask God for the help to be able to allow your light to shine, because each one of us we all have a light inside of us that's dying to come out and to be shining as bright as possible. Number three, focus on today. Focus on today. Tomorrow is a good thing because we pray that tomorrow comes, and we want to go ahead and strategize some for tomorrow, but it's no guarantee that tomorrow is definitely going to come. Okay. So we don't know that tomorrow on this earth, we may be waking up and living in our new address in heaven. So let's focus on today. Our past, I definitely recommend that you look back over your past and you say, what worked well, what did not, what got me where I am today, what can I glean from it as a learning lesson so that I can go ahead and kind of catapult myself into the next phase of my life. That's something you definitely want to do when it comes to reviewing the past, but only as a learning lesson, not like, oh my gosh, my past, my past, my past. Your past is that. It's simply your past. It's nothing you can do to go back and change the past or correct the past, but you can make today great. You can take ownership of today, and you can decide that today is going to be the very best day of the rest of my life. I will worry about tomorrow, but today, I am going to make today the very best day that I can. I embrace it. I'm excited about it. Hi, how are you, Kenise? Okay, I take excitement and I'm grateful for today. I have gratitude that God allowed me to see today and to be able to impact people like you all that are tuned in to see this broadcast and to be able to participate in it. So, first of all, I don't take this for granted because you could be on anybody's live viewing at any time. So somebody told me to go on in the evening because I usually go on in the day. So I'm just kind of, trying different things, and I listen to my customers, which you guys are my customers. So if my customers say, Kim, hey, I would be watching you if you go on at night. Well, let me see. Are you on here? I think you are actually. So the feedback, I take it to heart because I do care what you want to see from what I put out to you in the atmosphere. That's important to me. When people say, "Oh, I don't care what people think," I don't want to care what. Well, you should. You should care what your customers think. You should want to give people the Disney experience to the point where you at least say, "What is it that would make you feel like you would connect more with me if I was to provide these type of services?" So I don't feel that way. I don't feel like, "Oh, I don't care what you think." Yes, I do. Yes, I do care from the perspective that I want to be my best and I want to offer you my best. So, whatever it is that you're looking for from me and the services that I can provide for you, please let me know and I will do everything I can to try to incorporate that and infuse that into what I offer. Okay. So, keeping positivity. And what did I talk about? Okay, focusing on today. Today is super plenty for us to get through. That was the other point I kind of wanted to make about today. If we just focus on today, we have more than enough to focus on. Because now we're focused on here's what I have to get accomplished today. Here's the energy and the block of time that I have to do it based on my energy level and what I can bring as far as being the most productive in today. So don't worry about everything else. Everything else is going to happen, but it's just today is what we're going to focus on. Identify what you will pick to focus on in a given day. You cannot focus on everything. What will you focus on today that will be that thing that you can make a difference in your life, in the lives of others, and be able to meet your goals or get closer to your goals? You've heard me talk many times about doing things in bite-sized pieces. I talk about that because it's so important not to worry about trying to say, okay, I'm going to conquer the world in one day. You may not be able to conquer the whole world in one day, but you can do things in bite-sized pieces. And I actually talk, I don't know, some of you are members of the Mother Dreamer movement. And if you're not a member of the Mother Dreamer movement, I encourage you to join because some things I do are exclusive to the members, very exclusive. So we have our conference calls and it's their time to just get quality information. And then we have like 2 calls a month and some really good exclusive things that happen just with the Mother Dreamers. We're doing a big outing where we go and have fun. We're going to be doing some bowling and laser tag. And so Cheryl Cook, I see you. It's on. Don't think I'm not going to bring my A game, because I've been like stretching and doing all kind of stuff, because it's on. We're going to have some fun. So as Mother Dreamers, we also have a lot of fun as well and have a really good time. But one of the things that I was talking to the Mother Dreamer members about is how important it is to do things where it's like a compounding effect. Do something every single day, no matter how big or no matter how small it is. Now, you have to be a member to kind of hear all the juicy examples and stuff that I gave, because I really gave some good ones. But every single day, do something towards accomplishing your goals and your dreams. No matter how small it is, you may look at it and think it's nothing, but at the end of the day, you are getting closer towards reaching your goal, because it's a compounding effect. A compounding effect, and it multiplies and multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. And before you know it, guess what? That thing that you were like, I really hope that this one thing becomes a reality, it becomes a reality because of the effort that you put into it every single day. You never gave up, you were persistent, and you were determined, and every day you were committed to do something towards achieving your goal. So I didn't give the examples, Cheryl, and some of the other Corinne. I see you're on here, your Mother Dreamer member. I didn't give the example, but I shared, that was a very profound example that we talked about on our membership call. But then I can't do all of that, and then it wouldn't be exclusive to the members. So if you ever want to join the Mother Dreamer movement, you can go to motherdreamer.com/join, motherdreamer.com/join. Can you type that in, any of you that are members of the Mother Dreamer movement? motherdreamer.com/join. And you'll be immediately linked in with other like-minded women that are entrepreneurs. Some people that are in the movement are not mothers. They're like, I don't care if I'm a mother or not, I'm joining this movement because it's other successful business women that are on a mission and determined to be able to see our goals and our dreams become a reality. So if that's you, feel free to join. So no matter how small it is, make sure that you do something every day. So when we talk about, let me close out about a couple of things I want to say here. When you talk about things that are happening in life, and when you look at your life and you're like, this is such a big, huge deal. And it really does appear to be that way. And so it's not, you don't want anybody to diminish what it is that you are going through or what you're feeling or what you're experiencing, because for you, it is really real. And it's, sometimes people say perception is reality, and that is the case. Whatever you're perceiving is going on becomes your own true reality. So I'll give you just an example. When I was in college, I went through something that at the time, when I tell you that I thought it was the most devastating thing that I could experience during my college years, I mean, I was ostracized. I was humiliated. I was broken. I was hurt. I was talked about. I was trying to think of the words that I could express about what I was going through. And the biggest piece was that I actually told the truth. Isn't that crazy? I told the truth. And in telling the truth, I got punished for it at a whole different level. You can't even imagine how bad I got punished for telling the truth. And the truth is what will set you free, right? But I was punished for telling the truth. And I'm telling you that I lost hair, my hair all along here. Even, oh, this right here is a cute hairstyle, though. I ain't gonna, okay, I do like that. Anyway, yeah, show me some love for the hairstyle. At least I done changed it all up. I'm trying to do some things differently. But in the midst of that particular thing, you could not tell me that it was not the very worst thing that I would ever experience in my life. Because the people that were involved in this, they were very, very important to me. It wasn't even like they were like, oh, they don't matter or whatever. These are people I love. I love. I love to this day with everything within me. But at that time, I felt the wrath and the anger of everything that I could ever have imagined as a worst nightmare coming to pass during that particular year of my college years. And it broke me. It broke my spirit. It crushed my heart. It made me feel like, what good is it to tell the truth? I mean, and at an early age, when you know that you're telling the truth about something, and that's what you get is the backlash from people that you love. And years and years and years and years and years went on. And I could see the ramifications of me telling the truth. And guess what? Some people have gone to their grave knowing that they should not have done that thing that was done to me. They should have never done that. But at the time, guess what? It was the right thing to do. It was the in thing to do. It was the cool thing to do. And and that thing was really, 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 really hurtful. Um, Let me see if I have anything I can hold on for a second. Okay. Always got my handy dandy cloth. Okay. That thing broke my spirit. But again, going back to the fact that I was telling the truth, but it was a curveball. And at that moment, when the curveball was being thrown at me, I had a decision to make. Do I tell the truth? Do I lie? What do I do? Because this was like a fast ball coming at me real, 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 real fast. And I was like, oh man, what do I do? And what I decided to do at that time was be honest. I just was honest. And it backfired. It backfired in a major way on me. So fast forward, many years have passed since that incident. And yes, obviously it still hurts me to this day. But that was the intent, was for it to hurt me, for me to understand that what you did, you will always be ostracized for it. But guess what? Fast forward, and that thing that happened then, it is not like literally when I say it is like nothing now, even though I can cry about it and tell you about it. And I didn't go into every detail because I don't ever want to hurt anybody. And that's important too, to know that sometimes my story is intertwined with other people that are even friends on my Facebook page and people that I don't ever, I go to any extreme to not hurt other people because I don't want anybody to be hurt by any part of my story. So, as I fast forward from that curveball that happened in my college years that I deeply was hurt by, and that I never got an apology or anything, and I never will. I'm sure I won't, and it's okay because guess what? I still forgive those involved anyway, whether they ever ask for an apology or not. The only way I can ever go forward and be free is by letting that curveball that really quickly spun through the plate that I thought I hit very well, but I obviously missed it from their perspective. And so, guess what? I have to live and you learn and you move on. So, anyway, what I realized though, as I move forward in life and as pursuing my goals and my dreams now, that one thing that happened then that all of my hair had fallen out of over is nothing in the big scheme of things. There are going to be things that happen in your life that you're going to be looking back over and you're going to be like, that was super duper important back then for real. And nobody could have told me differently. But fast forward to today or to a future time in your life, and it will seem so, so, so small that it won't even make that much of a difference to you at this particular phase in your life. And yes, don't get me wrong, you'll still be hurt and you still will hopefully, heal from it or whatever. But at the end of the day, There are so many things that will happen in life that are other curveballs that will make your past curveballs look like a drop of just a little teeny bead in the water. You'd be like, oh, that was a really big deal back then, but now it's not compared to some of the other bigger fish I've had to fry in life. So I encourage you, as you get curveballs thrown to you in life, make a commitment that you're going to do your very best and with your God-given ability and talent to swing and get your vision right and get it focused and get it all together focused so you can hit the ball as it drops real quickly beneath the surface where now you either hitting it above or beneath it, that you're making a commitment that you are going to knock that curveball out the park. And even if you don't knock it out the park the first time, that you're going to keep on hitting and keep on pushing and keep on trying to learn the strategy to how curveballs work until you hit that curveball out the park. I hope that today that I've helped somebody just by sharing some of my story that could hopefully let you know that at the end of the day, you are so important. You matter so much. And the whole world misses out if you do not become all that you're destined to be. I miss out. If I don't get to know more about you and learn who you are and what God gifted you to bring to the world, to the universe, to the atmosphere, everybody's going to miss out. So even if it looks like it's hard, like Les Brown always says, if it's hard, do it hard. He said, if you get knocked down, make sure you land on your back, because if you land on your back, then you can look up, which means that guess what? You can get back up. So there are so many different ways that you can look at life and hopefully have a great outcome to the point where you're proud that ultimately your goals and your dreams really did manifest. So as we recap, pray, pray. Make sure you add prayer to your daily activities. And make sure you add prayer to your list. And if you don't use a journal, write in a journal, create one. Get any kind of little notebook and just start journaling. It doesn't have to be fancy. This one is not my journal. So if somebody sees this in my bag, don't think you're reading my journal because it's not. This is just something I took some notes on. But it doesn't matter. It can be any kind of little simple thing that you get with note pages in it and start journaling. Make sure that you get help from somebody that knows more than you know. We talked about that. Get help, because there are people out there that just simply know way more than you know. You only know what you know. And what you don't know, you don't know. And you don't even know that you don't know it. So get the help from people that know what you don't know. Then make sure that you stay positive and make sure that you focus and say, what am I going to focus on today? You cannot focus on everything, but what's going to be my focal point for today? And focus on that thing. And even if it's bite-sized pieces or baby steps, that you accomplish something that day towards your goal. Now, I tried to make this a longer broadcast because Jeremiah, my 14-year-old mentor who knows more than me about this kind of stuff, he said, Mom, you're getting up there too quick and you're getting off of, on YouTube. You have to be up there longer and spend some time with your family and give a chance for them to get to know you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I don't think I have that much I'm going to be saying, Jeremiah. He's like, Mom, you got to be on there longer. So I'm listening to Jeremiah. And I'm on here longer, opening up my heart to the point where I done broke into a sweat and start crying, poured some of my soul out to you. But I'm glad I did, because you know what? It's healing and therapeutic for me, because I do see what the intent was for that particular phase of my life, and it carried on for many years. And to see that nobody was a leader enough to say, I'm going to be the one that break this foolish cycle and do the right thing. That blows me away. Actually, it blows me away. So you don't ever want to be a part of something that you're not wanted, because at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't want me, then I don't want you. So whatever. What else can we do? If you're not wanted, then you're not going to have a good experience. And so always look for situations like this. I want you guys. I want you to come into the YouTube experience and sign up for the Kim Jacobs show and hit the subscribe, right, Jeremiah? I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Hit the sub button. That's what he tells me to say. Hit the sub button and turn on your notifications so that you can be a part of the Kim Jacobs Show experience. I want you to be a part of the experience. I want you to be on my Facebook Live, and I want you to follow me and give me feedback and tune in and give comments on any of the things and the subjects that I talk about. And if it's a specific subject that I'm not talking about that you want to hear more of, guess what? I'll talk about that too, because I want your feedback and I welcome our journey together. Okay? All right, I think I've said everything I could think to say. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at kim@thebalancedoctor.tv, and doctor is spelled out, kim@thebalancedoctor.tv. If you want a free 30-minute coaching session with me, and it's really, I'm telling you, the people that have gone through, and I see some people on here that have gone through the 30-minute free dream building coaching session, and it is incredible. And in 30 minutes, I guarantee you that you're going to walk away with some solutions that are going to be able to help you that day. So I don't give you just fluff stuff. I give you solutions that in that 30-minute session, you're going to walk away with some solutions that could really change the trajectory of your life. Okay? So you can book that at kimjacobsconsulting.com, kimjacobsconsulting.com. Book your appointment with me. We'll talk over the phone. So it's wherever you are is fine. And during that 30-minute session, you'll be glad that you did it. You're very glad. Okay. All right. Take care of yourself, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And let me know if you guys prefer the night or the day, because it seems like more seem like you like the night. Because yes, the night or the day. Let me know. But I'll be happy to accommodate what you all request, because that's my desire, is to provide the Disney experience to you as my customers. Take care of yourself. And if you hit that curveball, make sure you hit it just right so that you can knock it out of the park. Take care, guys. Have a great one. Hello, everyone. Oh, I thought I had, I remember this is not a touch screen. Even though it is a Mac Pro, I actually need to hit the end stream right now. Thank you, Jeremiah Jacobs, my mentor, for helping me do one of the longer lives on YouTube. And please subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on your notifications. Bye-bye.